Hello everybody. I wanted to talk to you following the results of the EU referendum last week to give you an update on what we at Visit England and Visit Britain are doing and how we are responding. The first thing is that we have moved into active monitoring. So around the world, all of the Visit Britain offices and staff are monitoring sentiment and response, both in sort of press and PR and media coverage, but also we're talking to all of our partners and the trade to understand how all the countries are responding to the results and what we can learn from it. So that activity we have already reported on partly today, but we will continue to do that, and we will actively monitor and report back on what we're hearing, what we're seeing, what the booking trends are. We're asking our partners to give us clear evidence that we can all learn something from. So that's the first thing we are doing. The second thing we're doing is we are responding, and we're responding in three ways. The first thing is we need to get out the message that we are very much open for business. There is no change to any travel arrangements to Britain, and we very much want people to come. That's particularly important at the moment because we're just about to come into high season. So we need to make people realise that we're very much here and we want them to come now. The second thing we're doing is thinking about how we make them feel welcome. Some of the sentiment out there has some less positive aspects, and we need to counter that. We need to send a clear and positive message about everybody is welcome from all parts of the world, and particularly to our European markets, who represent 2/3 of all visitors to the UK. So really that important welcome message. And the third thing is around value. With the exchange rates as they are, we now represent very good value for market money, particularly from markets like the US, where the dollar is now strong against sterling. So those are our three core messages, and what we're actually doing is we are getting ready and geared up to do a lot of activity in the US to respond to that dollar exchange rate, and go into the market with some tactical campaigns literally in the next week. We are working with some of our partners, some of the airlines we will be partnering with in terms of making sure that we can go into the market with a very strong tactical value message. We are working with our PR teams around the world to get the welcome message out, and the more all of you can do to help us with that, we would be grateful. We need to look like we are welcome. We need to send a very positive message. We are also dialing up our #OMGB campaign, both internationally, across the globe, into markets where perhaps we haven't done it as much so far, but also domestically. We understand that the flip side of currency is obviously it's more expensive for UK citizens to travel abroad. Therefore, there's a real opportunity to say to people, this is the year to stay and have a staycation in the UK, and we will dial up our domestic activity to respond to that. The third thing we're doing is obviously staying close to and working with all of the government departments in terms of what the longer term strategy will be, and that will be around having a broader welcome campaign, whether we can dial up tourism as a key message of support, having a seat at the table as all of these questions around what this will all mean longer term. So we're staying very close and involved in government. So I think that there are some real opportunities here. We need to stay incredibly positive because we've got a lot to be positive about. We have just announced a record-breaking first quarter for inbound visitors into the UK, and we've also just announced record-breaking 2015 domestic figures as well. So all in all, tourism is in great shape, and something that we can really build on. So my message is to you is we've got a lot of positive things going on here. We're responding, and what we want is we want to collaborate with you. We need your help. If you've got ideas, please don't hesitate to get in touch, and we will stay close to you in terms of communicating what we hear, what we see, and any changes that we know about as we know them. So thank you, and we look forward to working with you going forward.